Hello there, I'm Ariana Hunter, real estate broker and financial expert. And today, we're going to be talking about investment properties, wholesale. But before I do so, I want to thank everybody who subscribed. I truly appreciate it. If you enjoy the content, please give me a like. And if you feel that this information can help others, please share the videos. That will help us a great deal. Today, we're going to be talking about investment properties. And let me tell you a little more so you could know the difference between your regular purchases, retail, and your wholesale, and how it works. Well, I'm sure that you are familiar with the traditional way where it is that you get a loan, you have to get approved, you have to get appraised before the bank can give you the money. If the property is worth the money, then based on your FICOs and your background, your financial history, you're going to qualify. That's going to be based on the interest you're going to get. And well, that is your most traditional way of purchasing. Also, that includes if you buy cash in the retail, then the same, it doesn't really matter for valuations. You do it for yourself. You do inspections for yourself, but you don't really need to have bank approved. Okay. And that's your retail, most common. Now, wholesale is completely different in the sense that these properties are either being rented or in bad shape, and they are not strong enough to be when they get appraised by the traditional banks, they will not give you the money to buy this type of houses because they need work. So that's when people there's another segment of lenders who are called hard money, and they specialize in lending people money, investors who are gonna rehab or modify or fix the houses and then sell them. And usually the way it works, it is they give you loans for 70% of the total amount of the property, or give you 6 months to a year to make those changes depending upon the loan, the amount of the loan. The interests are usually higher, and usually you have to have 30 to 40,000 of your own money, and the closing cost is about 3% and about $500 of paperwork. And so, to give you an estimate on how it works, the reason that you have to have your own money, and that is if you want to borrow, is because those payments will start immediately. Meaning that on month one, you're going to start paying interest. So for 6 months, you're going to pay the interest. You're going to make monthly payments for the property, but it's going to be interest only. And at the end of 6 months, you have to pay the whole amount. Now, what they lend you is the amount of let's say your property you buy is $50,000, but it needs another $50,000 of work. So it will be $100,000. So they're only going to lend you 70,000 to make the purchase. And to give you an idea, okay, just for example, because they'll give you enough money for you to do the repairs so you can start right away. So you buy the property and also have enough money to have the repairs, but they want you to have your own money so you can start paying those interests. Okay, you have to have some skin in the game, and you could buy 2 or 3 of them at the same time. So those ones are first comes first serve. You will never find those on the MLS. They are off market. Not It's like wholesale. They're not offered to everybody because not everybody has that kind of money, or kind of not. It's not the money because some people. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Not everybody has the aggressiveness to do 6 months and 12 months and do fast pace. That means you have to have your people in place, people who are going to help you make those repairs. The way it works different is that if you go see a home, okay, we send you information, you like the home, then you find out, then you have to have your contractor or your appraisal or the person who's going to come and help you. You need to do all that assessment yourself. You buy as is, literally. That means we'll tell you everything. We'll tell you if the roof is falling, if it needs foundation, all the buts. And if you buy as is, because these houses need to be refurnished. They're not your houses you're gonna inherit. Otherwise, some of them are being rented and they need repairs. but they're still livable. So those are the two methods that people buy, either cash, and like I said, the 100,000, 200,000, 50, 75,000, depends. And if you buy it cash, then you don't have to refurnish them in 6 months or 12 months, a year. You could keep them. You could keep them, fix them, and rent them. So it takes you 2 years. So what? You it's yours. So you don't have to rush. So that works really well if you have the cash. That way you don't have to rush. You could take your time. Some people buy properties, they live in them until they finish them and then flip them. But they buy them all cash, so they don't have no rush to pay no one back. If you buy it on a loan, well, then you are on a clock and you have to hurry. 6 months, a year, you have to have it done. And you have to have enough money to be able to make those changes. And then the other thing is that you have to wait. Once you do those changes, then you have to, it goes into the retail market, and then there's another story. You have to wait for people who qualify, people who are going to have to have valuation by the bank, and it has to pass the bank evaluation so they get funding. Or if they're buying cash, then again, that's not a problem. So you could make, there's a, we'll give you a, what you would make if you make the repairs. This is what it is now, the home worth, and what it would be an estimate based on the comparables of the other homes. If you make those changes, this is how much it will be worth. So you could calculate after your expenses how much you would yield. Okay, so it's really super fun, really super fast, and really available. You just have to look for people who are offering you this type of service, and it's not very many. Not very many companies. Yes and no. Not advertised all the time. And when people hear it, they really don't understand what they're hearing, and they don't really understand how that works. So that is the difference. I hope that has clarified a little bit more the difference between wholesale and retail. If you want to know more, make a comment, write me, and send me a message. If you want to know more about this topic, I'll be happy to go deeper into the subject. Till next time.